Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Animal Crossing. Today we have a free plot because Cat asked to leave and I wasn't about to ask her to stay. So we are going to do some villager hunting. So let's test out Nightbot if Nightbot is awake. On some new commands I popped in on the dash. Here's to hoping I put them on the right account. If not, Bobby has some stuff now. No, that's definitely mine. Nightbot, are you awake? Hello? Ah, yes. So we can pin this message for people who want to grab a bingo card, and there is also exclamation mark bingo. We'll see if this one works. This might come up with some code nonsense. Nope, that does exactly what I want it to. Perfect. So I'm also gonna create myself a board. We're doing species bingo because it's a little easier. And I'll do a reward for anybody who gets a bingo. You can post it in the Discord. If you want to join in on that. Shall we say 1 million bells for a bingo? You can get as many bingos as you'd like. I would like to fly. I'll use that last ticket, please, and thank you. Time to take off. Of course, I also have my hunt list. I think I updated. Did I? Did I not? I hope I did. Yeah. We did. I'm way ahead of the curve today. Hi Rachel, welcome in. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Hope you are doing great today. Catch some bees and chop some trees. Well, I'm definitely gonna come and take this. Because we are a baby island after all. And every little helps. Oh, what's her name? She's not Lily. Lily's the turquoise one. Gigi? Puddles. I would have never guessed. Puddles, you look like you have undiroos on your head. Okay. I'm sorry, but that's a no from me. Take me home, Wilbur. Let's go. Oh, that's another thing. I should probably double check that my audio is synced because we had issue with that the last couple of times. No, seems good. Seems good. I'd like to use that Lars ticket. Tools all ready. Time for takeoff. Well, I do still have all of my tools on me. And I may decide to drop them later if I get tired of climbing up and down cliffs and such. But we'll see. So we got a frog on the board. Do I have a frog on my board? I don't. Oh, I do actually. I do. Ew. Can I don't want solid circles. Let's put some. What have we got? Star fragments on this. Some green star fragments on this. That's how I'm gonna count my board. So we got a frog so far. Hey. And I suppose I should also probably keep better track of this. Okay. There we go. Let's go. We've got a frog so far. Okay. We got some Money Rock Island action, but we don't need the money. Ah. You'd be great for a Winter Island tutu. So we got a bear. And Tutu is adorable. Should be great for a winter themed island, but that's not what we're doing here. Mom has a, I mean, honestly, that's perfect. I feel like you need, like, I don't know, I'd go Tucker, Tutu, oh, the Yeti. I'd probably also go Eric, just to be standard, the reindeer. Who else would I go? Winter themed islands. I mean, we could always throw some penguins in there. Even though penguins and polar bears don't really cross each other, but you know, it's not about being realistic here. Yeah, Hans is who I was thinking of. Sprinkle wouldn't be my first pick for penguins, honestly. I have had Sprinkle though. I didn't keep her for very long. Like originally when I first got the game, my idea was I wanted to do like full Penguin Island. But I had Sprinkle and I actually hated her. She's cute to look at. I don't like peppy villagers. They annoy me. So she had to go. So we have an eagle. Celia. Celia. I don't have an eagle on my board, but that's okay. We're going to put her on the list anyway. Let me close out some windows. I'm once again going to take this fossil with me. I think Sprinkle is more, she's got the like cupcake head. I feel like she'd suit a food-based island almost more than my ideal winter island. Hi, Ryan. Welcome in. Happy Friday. I hope you're doing good. We are doing villager bingo today. Feel free to grab yourself a bingo card. There are 1 million bells for every bingo that you get. Or you can just play for fun. Up to you. Time for takeoff. Which means it's time for a sip of tea, basically. Yeah, I know that you're from Strong Mom Stream. Just because you don't have your what you call it, your moderator highlight here doesn't mean I don't recognize you. We have, what's his name? Colt? Is this one Colt? Colton. I mean, that was pretty close there. Colton, Colt. So this is a horse on the list. I'm ready to go home. Yep. Let's go SpaghettiOs. Yeah, I mean, more recently, I don't go live very often. I work a heck of a lot just recently, but because of some scheduling errors, I actually have the entirety of December off at the moment, from what it seems like, until it's been rectified. So, you never know. December might be a good month for streams. Not so much good for me because I'd like to pay my bills, but you know, things happen. I have seen this ugly sweater dress. I don't know if ugly is the word I would use. It's interesting. It's had all sorts of opinions. I actually cannot deal with what your hubby said. I'm still in shock. So we have our commands here. So exclamation mark hunt should bring up a list of villagers that we would be happy to take with us. I'm not particularly strict on this list. I do tend to make exceptions if I come across somebody that I hadn't considered when I made the list. I have been known to take an odd villager or two when I'm like, I'm not sure whether they fit or not. I will just take them. So this is Mint. Mint is a squirrel. So, next on our thing. Squirrel. I can't spell, but that's okay. The only person seeing that is me right now. Take me home, boyo. Away from this squirrel. Yes, yes. And also, as you and Pee-wee will notice, there are no moderators in my chat. It's not a thing that has occurred yet. That doesn't mean cause trouble. That means I'm pretty ban happy when it comes to people who want to come in and troll. They can just go. I got no patience. Although, to be fair, there is literally only one person on that list, so people have been good to me, honestly. We moderate ourselves. I think the only person who ever really used to push it occasionally would be Jack. But I know Jack never meant any harm by anything, so it was kind of like, yeah, okay. I'll be on my best behavior. So we got Octavian. So we got ourselves Octopus, which isn't surprising, but I was kind of expecting Zucker. And to be fair, if we found somebody that quickly, I do also have a housing kit in my inventory so we can continue the hunt. Because the thing with having Zucker on the list is the likelihood of finding an octopus when, like, there's four octopi. What's the plural of octopus? Octopuses? There are four octopi, and I already have cephalobot, so there's three left. So finding them is gonna be pretty easy. So my island theme, although it isn't really decorated or anything yet, because I don't even have 3 stars yet, is gonna be The Fifth Element, which is a movie. It is a movie, a film, whatever you would like to call it, that came out in 1995. But it's my favorite film, so that's what I want to do. And that's what I'm gonna do, which is why I've gone for some strange characters, because they're like the closest I can get to certain characters from the film. So I'm gonna give them each like their own home, probably give them some outfits or whatever, so that they look like the characters from the film. Give them like a little area that's like a scene from the film, things like that. So if you know, you know, and if you don't, it probably requires watching the movie, honestly. Yes, moldy bass. It's also where my dream address quote comes from. The "I am a meat popsicle" is also a quote from the same movie. Oh no, really, Rocket? Really, Rocket? Did you have to? So we got Gorilla. Gorilla. I mean, I didn't really want a gorilla, but what are you gonna do? I mean, to be fair, the movie itself is PG. There are some like fighting scenes in it, but nothing like too crazy. Like it's a sci-fi film basically about aliens and a love story and the, the most inappropriate parts of it in my opinion are some of the outfit choices are maybe a little bit questionable, but you know, a body is a body. You're not seeing like any actual nudity, and maybe some of the fight scenes maybe at a push, but like I say, it's PG rated, so and I watched it as a kid, so but if you're young, I'd still maybe make sure it's then again I suppose it's probably going to be a difficult watch if you're young because a movie from 95 is probably not as well made when it comes to like CGI and After Effects as current movies are. So it's probably a little bit old fashioned, honestly. I'm always looking out. Always looking out. Because I mean the thing is like if you are like particularly young, I don't know where like everybody's parents draws a line somewhere different. Like what my parents might have let me do when I was young is going to be different to what your parents are going to let you do. Like you got to make sure. You love that scene. Negatory, I am a meat popsicle. So we got Pippi the Bunny. So, where are you? Rabbit is what you are referred to. Rabbit. Pippi the Bunny. You are not the cutest thing I've ever seen, but I should imagine like a little plush of you with your little hairdo would be pretty cool. That reminds me, I got a DM a while back of an inquiry about a super green, an inquiry about an illustration for a profile picture. And even though I gave them their quote and they haven't contacted me, I actually started doodling it because the idea of it sounded pretty cute. Like obviously it would have been their own character. I want to know I don't know if I can actually show you guys this on here. Let's see. Let's see if I can. Where is this? Um, this one. So let me save this as a PNG just so I can add it onto here for a second, even though I'm completely going away from what I was doing, but you know, sometimes you gotta add some visuals to a conversation you're having. New source, add source, browse images. Like the longest way of doing something. Open. Okay. So this is what it is at the moment. Like, obviously, this character in the background is just like a placeholder for what was going to be their Animal Crossing character. It's just kind of there, but holding some characters. And I was like, this is a cute idea. This is a cute idea. And my little plushies of of Eric. 10 out of 10. Now we can ignore my doodle and I can remove this image. And we can go back to what we were doing. Which was hunting for villagers that weren't involved in this image. Although, honestly, I won't be mad if I find any of them. They won't be joining me on the island. Yeah, I already have like a couple of different ones with like a game controller, a Switch, things like that. Like, obviously, this one was asked for like this, where it's a character holding villagers, like little plushy villagers, because it's based off of the emote I made for Pange Plays, which was her holding Prika, which I can definitely put on here. Because I actually know where that one is. This one. So it's based on this one. Which obviously somebody saw on Pange's channel because Pange is super popular. And they were like, I would like one kind of like this. But obviously not for an emote, for a profile picture. Which is slightly different because I tend to do those a little bit bigger. We've got another squirrel, so this doesn't affect our board, but hello, Caroline, or Coraline, however you want to say that. She kind of looks like the mustard and ketchup you'd have on a hot dog, but you do you, boo. Yeah, that's the thing. My work is not free. My time is not free. Like, it's not unreasonable considering, like, let's put it this way. Although I don't generally discuss pricing openly, I generally discuss it privately. It's one of these things where you have to consider like the amount of time and effort it takes you to make those things, and if somebody was expecting it to no, I do these artworks for other people, but I sit there and do the whole like consultation thing and everything. All of that stuff is free. I'll do the consultation for free, and even if somebody's a little bit concerned, I'll do like a sketch for free. But obviously they have to pay for the final product, and usually they tend to pay ahead of time because, I mean, I'm easier to chase up than a stranger on the internet because I have a whole channel that somebody can just come and spam and let everybody know this person offered some work and some services that I paid for and hasn't come through. So it's so much easier for somebody to chase me up than it is for me to chase somebody up going, you haven't paid for the work that I put in. So they're generally paid for ahead of time. And it depends on size and detail. So we got ourselves a chicken, and this is Egbert, and I love Egbert. Egbert is adorable. Gotta go. Happy streaming. It was great to have you here, Ryan. Hey, I'm Egbert. You're Sarah from Zorg. Neat. So, chicken boy. Chicken boy. Chicken. I'm happy with what Bob sent me. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And honestly, I think Bobby actually expected to pay more for what I'd done than he actually did. Because when I told him how much it was, he was like, "Wait, really?" I think he honestly expected to pay more. But the reality is, I am not a professional and I definitely don't use professional equipment. Although I have spent some money on my equipment because obviously I've come a long way from keyboard and mouse drawing. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like I could rightfully turn around to somebody and be like, yeah, this piece of artwork right here, £100. I feel like that would be pretty wrong with me. So we got ourselves a toiga. And even I don't have a bingo yet. This is concerning. Even on species bingo. Need to get groceries. I'm having my groceries delivered tomorrow. But if you're going to get groceries, something I have always been taught is have a snack before you go. Never buy groceries when you're hungry. See you later, Pee Wee. And to be fair, I think the only person on my hunt list that I might consider passing up if I do find them would probably be Anka because I have her amiibo. So I could just scan her in and I might still just scan her in. Although I feel like she's also the least likely for me to find because, cat villagers are notoriously difficult. And I've made it harder by getting rid of a cat. Oh, we got Flurry. Hey, Flurry. So here is our hamster. Do I have a hamster on my board? No, I don't. But that's okay. She still goes on the list. Hamster. Probably also spelt that one wrong, but that's okay. Let's go. Yep, let's go. So far, we have had frog, bear, eagle, horse, squirrel, octopus, gorilla, rabbit, chicken, tiger, hamster. No bingos. I would like to fly. Just get on the paperwork, all official. I would like to use that Nook Mars ticket. It is indeed time for takeoff. Let's get me airborne. What would dodos do? Let's go. Let me over, let me over, let me over. I mean, Angus is kind of tempting, honestly. Because the whole reason there are the the two balls in my list and I already have a ball on the island is because they are going to be my Mangalore. Okay, so let's do one thing at a time. We have ball on the list for bingo. So yeah, they're going to be my Mangalore. Which are like these hideous alien things that are like a brownish greyish colour, which is why I've gone for the brownish greyish balls. So I think Angus is too bright, and I think 3 of them is more than enough. Like Angus is kind of like too cute. Like tempting, honestly tempting, because Mangalore, but I'm gonna have to say no. Gonna have to say stay strong and say no. That also reminds me, I really need to update the little caricature that I have on screen because I started working on like a proper one rather than this like tiny little rush doodle thing that I've got going on at the moment, like a proper Animal Crossing style character like I do for everybody else. But I never got around to finishing it. So it exists. It's just not done. In fact, I don't even remember how badly not done it is. Where's it gonna be? It's gonna be in channel art. So yeah, it's really, really not done yet. It's got like no shading or anything on it. It's just like the base. But we'll see what's going on. I need to double check something while I'm flying over here because I just heard some banging and there was a break in here recently. So I'm just gonna double check that that's all okay and I will be right back. Okay, we good. We Gucci. Ain't nobody here that shouldn't be here. Let's go. So we have a cow. You have a real interesting colour scheme, my girl. So cow is different species to bull. Makes no sense, but you know, it's a game. What do you expect? So cow goes on the list. Still, don't have a bingo yet. I'm sure somebody could do. If you want to hop on and play, you can fill in the rest of your cards with the species we have found so far. So far, we've got frog, bear, eagle, horse, squirrel, octopus, gorilla, rabbit, chicken, tiger, bull, and now cow. Okay. Let's see. What are we thinking next one's going to be? What have we had so far and what are we missing? So I'm thinking the next one will be a monkey. I think it'll be like one of the ones that end in an E sound, like Shari or Delhi. Oh, it's literally Shari. No, why did I do this to myself? Why couldn't I have picked a good villager? Why didn't I say one of the villagers that I'm looking for? I hate it. I hate it here. No. Why did I do this? Oh, Shari, why? Go away. Pee hands, monkey. Oh no. Well, that reminds me, I have to, oh, whoops. literally looking at my character's face with the brows reminds me that I have to go and put a code into the Abel's machine for Strong Mum. Even though, honestly, it's no better than what Strong Mom made herself. It's just got more snow. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna do that now before I forget, because I will forget. More memory. Honestly, not it. Not recently, at least, anyway. Hey, Cephalobot. How you doing, bro? And this is freshly opened today. Yes, I know how it works. Could you not have asked me whether I need an explanation? Because my answer would have been no, I don't need an explanation. This is a lot of dialogue that I don't remember. I know, honestly. Sure. Connect me to that interwebs so I can upload this one singular design I have made on this island. Do 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 do. Yeah, it doesn't make anybody uncomfortable and it's not illegal. Yep, and that's fine that they can be deleted if they are found to be that way. That's cool. Your ID is, I should probably write this down somewhere. It's a good thing I've got like 100 pens on this desk, despite the fact I never do any writing here really. MA 1012 86361633. And that's Zorg. Okay, got it. We're gonna post this. I'm all done. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. And that'll do. Yeah, I forgot about the whole talk to table from the very beginning. You never know. I might use those patterns for something. Now, back to hunting. In fact, I wonder about whether I've changed the commands from before. Because we've got the friend code command, which hasn't changed. This is the same switch. Oh yeah, I changed it to Lilu rather than DA and CC, didn't I? See, I'm good like that, honestly. But maybe we do Zorg. MA 101 2 8 6 3 6 1 6 3 3. This is not as easy a code to remember as the Lilu one. The Lilu one was like repetitive number groups. Because it was 2006, 3007, 57, 97 for my creator code. And the dream address was pretty easy as well. Because it was 7701 4339 8852. Like there were like a lot of doubles. 1012 8636 1633. I suppose this one isn't too bad to remember. It's still not as easy as my old creator code. So now we have an ostrich, and this is sprockets. And although you'd make a great matching pair with my boy Cephalobot, we don't be doing that here. Ostrich has now made it onto the board. Zork. Let me back, let me back, let me back. I'm ready to go home. Positive? Yep. Here's the thing, when it comes to making the island, I'm gonna start from like the beginning of the movie and then work my way around, I think. So I already decided that like the bottom left area is gonna be my Egypt. And that obviously the airport is gonna be the airport. But then that doesn't work to align. So I don't know. Maybe it'll have no real order to it. It'll just be sections. Time for takeoff. And actually having the Egypt stuff like by the sea doesn't make any sense. So maybe I'll like smack it like in the middle of the island. Just have a random desert right in the middle of the island. I mean, if it works for Australia, why not? Oh, ducky. Hi, Freckles. You're cute. We have a duck. We have a duck. I still, even though the last three have also been villagers that are on my board, do not have a bingo. I'm like one off of 1, 2, 3, 4 of 4 different bingos. One away. It's alright, Freckles. I believe you will grow into this fringe. Don't you worry, sweetheart. I'm ready to go home, leave Freckles behind, and hope for better bangs. Let's move this paper away from me before it goes flying and I start typing random stuff, because that's exactly where it'll land on my keyboard. I would like to fly once more. Well, probably more than once more, but you know, point still stands. Funny because like I'm picking the dialogue and I'm saying time for takeoff, but in reality it would be him telling me when it's time for takeoff, not the other way around. Like, I don't know many people that turn up at the airport and are like, yeah, it's time for takeoff now. Like, never mind what the flight schedule was. Then again, I suppose I don't know how it works at like a private airline, and this is more of a private situation. This is Gladys, the ostrich. We do like Gladys. But Gladys does not fit the theme. Also, her head looks like a sports ball of some description. Like, I'm not very into sports ball, any version of sports ball, whether it be football, baseball, rugby, any sports that involve a ball. No. You can keep your sports ball. Like, I don't hate them. I choose not to participate or watch actively. Like, don't get me wrong, if my friends are watching it and they're having like a party or some drinks or a watching party or whatever, I will sometimes go just to, you know, chill with friends, not actually for the game. My voice is struggling, which is odd because I haven't been at work, so you'd think my voice would be doing better, considering I've been quiet and not screaming at people. Whereas at the end of November, I was literally screaming at people when I was at work because it was so busy. Or you're having to shout over crowds just to, you know, get people to listen. This is Aurora. We do love Aurora. She gets a bit boring though because she's normal. So this is Penguin. I don't have a penguin on my board, but somebody else might. So far we've got frog, bear, eagle, horse, squirrel, octopus, gorilla, rabbit, chicken, tiger, hamster, bull, cow, monkey, ostrich, duck, and penguin. Let me just add in some of this just in case I have to use this, because that is what it's for. Nope. I'm literally keeping notes so that I can copy and paste them, but then I'm not actually making it a proper list, so just formatting it into a list. Much better. Okay. Because otherwise I'm gonna copy it and it's just gonna be all one big long word with a bunch of animals. And that's the joy of not having Microsoft Word. So you use like a Windows thing, like the notepad that's on the computer. Like the Windows notepad. Which is honestly terrible for formatting things because you can fit like a whole 1,000,000 word essay on one line. Who have we here? Drago. So this is alligator. And I still kind of disagree to them being called alligators. I think it should be crocodile because all alligators are crocodiles, but not all crocodiles are alligators. Hi, Apple Buddy. My command should still work. It should not have changed whatsoever. It should still function the way it was intended originally. And I have 100 notifications on Discord and I'll have to click through them because I've seen them. There we go, it works. Hi Caddy, welcome in. Happy Friday everybody. I hope you're having a good day today. So Drago is staying here. We are not taking Drago. Or Drago. I don't know what you want to call him. I'm doing good. Apparently my voice, maybe not so much, but I have tea, so we are existing in the realms of still speaking. But it does mean we get some like awful ASMR throat clearing today, possibly maybe. We're doing 1,000,000 bell rewards for species bingo here today. And those 1,000,000 bells are guilt money for not streaming very often, but you know. Whatever makes me feel better, right? Where? Oh, Mint again. No, don't even look at me, Mint. Don't even look at me. Hello, hello? It feels so unnatural to actually say hello, hello. Because that feels like me as a British person trying to do an American person mimicking a British person, because that's something I would literally never say without reading it. Oh dear. That was like the most unnatural thing. Yes, Bobs. Peace to the Bob God. Hi Alice, welcome in. Happy Friday. I hope you're doing good today. I know, but I read it out and then I was like, I have regrets. Too much Inception. There is never too much Inception. My last Animal Crossing island was literally Islandception. I don't think there's such thing as too much. We all need an excuse to be extra sometimes. Ooh, we got another teddy. Honestly, I'm low-key jealous of his brows. But you do not add anything to this bingo hunt. We have already had a bear today. And you do not make the list, unfortunately, boyo. You don't have to tell me twice. True. I know you don't. Also, I'm gonna put a link in here for somebody who isn't here at the moment. Because I feel like these people need to know each other. Let me go and grab this link. Because honestly, this is the only other person I know that says "Oh my Lanta," which I thought was just an Apple Buddy thing, and it turns out it's not. It's not. It's really not. And I was like, I'm so shook right now. I was like, do you also watch Apple Buddy? No. What? Excuse you? This is just a thing that I didn't know about? I thought it was just an Apple Buddy thing. I was so shook. Honestly. Honestly, I was so shook. Love that for me. I knew you'd enjoy that. That I was there like, wait a minute. I heard somebody else on the internet be like, oh my lens, and I was like, wait a minute. You must watch Apple Buddy because that's an Apple Buddy thing. Because I've never heard it before, and had never heard it since, apart from other people that watch you, and I just assumed that they'd got it from you. But it turns out it's just an American thing that I don't understand. Surprise, surprise. Bitty, sweetheart, you are not it. But you do make it onto the list. As you are a hippo, and we have yet to have a hippo. Hippo. You are on the list. Also, why is she called Bitty? That's a little bit upsetting of a name, personally. As somebody who has seen the TV program Little Britain, Bitty disgusts me. Oh. Oh no. I've upset myself now. I don't know who that is. I don't know what Full House is, and I don't know who DJ Tanner is. We live a long, long way away from one another, so it doesn't surprise me that I don't know what these things are. Because they're probably American things that aren't really all that popular here. But we can do a Google. Google does exist. So I assume... So, Full House is a TV series that ended in 1995, which doesn't even look vaguely familiar. Okay, interesting. Oh, DJ Tanner is just a character from Fuller House. Or Full House, or something. I don't know. I'm confusion. I thought like it was an actual DJ, not like the I don't understand. I'm so glad I stayed home today. I had no choice. Well, I could have gone out today, I guess. I could have gone out any day in December. I have 1 day of work in December currently. And even that's a shift error, which honestly is the ultimate headache. Because I let them know ahead of time, like, and by ahead of time, I mean late October, early November. I let them know what shift hours I can do for December. So I told them that I'm no longer doing night shifts for December, which is what I did the last time I did a December. And that there is one particular show that I can't work any longer for health reasons, because, you know, there are some shows and some things that they make you do where you know what the job is and you're like, no, I don't want my back to crumble into dust lifting heavy things. So I told them that I'm not available for those things, and then December rolls around and that's exactly what they gave me for the month. So when I emailed scheduling about, I don't know, the end of November, when they had appeared on my rota, and told them, no, you've got this wrong. They put them all in as cancelled shifts, as in like, if you give notice, they're put in as blank days where you're available. If you cancel ahead of time, they're basically like a shift is there, so it can't be replaced. So they were all put in as cancelled shifts. Apart from one, which should have also been cancelled, but that's besides the point. And then when I emailed to have them removed as cancelled shifts because I am available on those days, I had no reply. So I contacted all of the managers and they're all upset now and want to bring me in for an interview with HR about my health and well-being because they weren't aware. And I'm like, guys, you work with me. Of course you're aware. Please behave. This is all on my file. I've been here for so long. Like, what is occurring right now? But they're all new management from when we came back after the pandemic. So them personally may not be aware, and therefore the new scheduling department may also not be aware. But I made them aware, so why is it an issue? I don't understand. They're literally, I told them not to be difficult, but to be reasonable. Like, I told them ahead of time. I gave them a month in advance when I only have to give them 5 days notice because 0 hours contracted, baby. But now I have no work for December and I still have bills to pay, which is going to be interesting. But I get my meeting on Wednesday about it to go and speak with HR and have a full renewed risk assessment, because apparently my risk assessment is missing. So I have to have that renewed. Yeah, I mean, I didn't tell them immediately when I was hired. I did like my probationary period first before I told them, because I'd had experience in the past of, if I told companies before I was, you know, contracted, they'd just let me go and be like, there was something wrong in your probationary period when there really wasn't. And I kind of gotten tired of it, honestly, because it's discrimination, but you can't prove it. So I didn't tell them until after my probationary period, which was sneaky, but you know what? We didn't ever have a problem with it. It was only ever a problem like the one time I had an accident on site, and then I had to sit there and have a conversation with the medical team that we have on site, but that was like nothing. But it was literally never an issue because my supervisor had it all on file, and my current supervisor has it on file because he turns around and goes, I even found like the piece of paper that you came and you literally wrote it all down on. I'm like, yeah, literally written in green pen and signed because I literally didn't have another pen that worked. He's like, yeah, literally written in green pen, because I was like, what on earth is this? So we got ourselves another chicken, which is nuts, but that's not new. Well, to be fair, places used to do it because I also had like a considerable time out of my, like, if you look at my work experience on my CV, it there is a considerable chunk of time where I wasn't in work and wasn't really doing much. Like I did some like courses that are like next to nothing and not really important that I'll never use, that were like little things I could sit around and do. Like I did a photography, some fashion and design and stuff like this. Some creative outlets while I was literally sat around and signed off of work because they told me I couldn't. But I find that the problems tend to be that either they'll realise that there's a gap there and be like, what was this for? And if you tell them personal reasons, they don't like that very much. If you tell them health reasons, then they think you're going to be off all of the time, which actually isn't true. Because I spend most of my time at work and take very few days off, honestly. Because I'm one of those people where even when I'm like, I'm deeply in pain, I'll still get up and I'll go to work. Because I got a job to do and bills to pay. But yeah, I'm not best pleased because the company have done a lot for me over the years, because when I first had to have my like criminal checks and things like that, here to apply for a criminal check, you have to have so many years of addresses to have the full background check to apply for it. So we have Penelope and Mouse. Okay, let me plop you on the list, Penelope, because you are our first mouse today. Mouse. So to have a full like criminal background check, you have to have 5 years of addresses. And when I applied for mine, because obviously where I work in events is like an incredibly customer facing role with like masses of people sometimes, and sometimes like famous people, and they need to know that you're not a threat to anybody basically, and that's fair. So I applied, well, I tried to apply for mine and I had an issue with the online process, and when I called up the office in question that deals with it, they were like, I don't know, because I don't have, well, I do now, but at the time when I first originally applied for it, when I first got the job, I didn't have 5 years of addresses because I had been homeless within the last 5 years. So I was like, well, what am I supposed to put for the years where I had not got an address? And like, obviously I know how to do it now, but it was because the company that I was working for wanted me to stay so badly that they found a way around it, whereas they found a way to call up and put something in the box so that it would be pushed through for me without any addresses. was like, so, I don't know. The place is weird. Like, I had no pushing power with them, but apparently a big company, they turn around and be like, yeah, we can do that for you. But so they've done me some favors and things like that. But honestly, I'm kind of a bit disappointed in them at the moment. You know, when you've worked somewhere for like the last 4 or 5 years, you don't really expect when you come back, all of the management have changed and all of the ground floor base staff haven't, and yet nobody listens to any of the people that have been there for like 30 years. And instead, you have to listen to the person who's been there for 5 minutes, who has actually never worked the job in their life, and it's a bit of a mess at the moment. So we have a Boone, who is a gorilla. He is not our first gorilla, however, so he doesn't even make it on the list. Sorry, Boone. And don't get me wrong, some of them are good people and are willing to listen, and others are really not. Others are really not. I've had my fair share of run-ins with some of the new management, honestly. I think most of them are aware that they've got a lot to learn still about the way things are run and how certain jobs that need managing work. And others are more like, well, if I tell you to do something, you have to do it. And it's like, no, that's not how this goes. I get that you're my boss, but also I can't just, jump every time somebody says jump, because one of them times gonna be a flying leap off a cliff, and I'm not here for that. Especially because one of the new management, literally, I think he came by and said hi like twice during busy shifts, and maybe introduced himself, but he's just like a standard looking guy. And so when one of the mornings he comes to my desk, here's Phoebe the Phoenix. She is not our first ostrich, so she doesn't make it on the list. So one of the days when he comes to my desk and he's asking me to do something for him, and I don't recognise him because I've seen his face literally twice while I was busy, and I did not absorb any of that information. Like, he hasn't made a point of like reaching out, making himself known and things like this. You're supposed to have, like, if you're staff, you're supposed to have ID on show, obviously, because we have a lot of people come in and out. So he stood at my desk without ID on. I don't know his face because I don't know him well enough yet. I've met him maybe a couple of times in passing. And he comes to my desk and starts barking orders. And so as he's telling me this, I'm like, okay, I'm going to call through for my supervisor to confirm this. And he snaps and goes, no, you shouldn't have to. I'm a manager. Like, okay, so who are you to me? Which honestly sounds cheeky, and I know it does. But literally anybody could come up to me and be like, I work here. Like, it's a big place with a lot of people. Like, asking for ID isn't outside the realms of what's possible. And he was so angry about it. And since then, he hasn't actually come to my desk without somebody else to protect him. Because he knows I wasn't happy about it. I was like, you should have declared yourself and been polite about it. And, things like that. You can't just talk to people like that, because there were other ways of dealing with the issue than the way he was dealing with the issue that he'd been given. Because the issue for the day was somebody had got a card reader a card machine that was not working. So he wanted them to come and use one of mine. But that means that my paperwork come the end of the day is not going to add up. Which is not just a problem for me, it's a problem for the other person as well, because their paperwork isn't going to add up. And it's a problem for the supervisors and anybody else that has to deal with that paperwork down the line, when he literally could have just gone and got another card reader because there were enough available so that they can have a completely separate print off. So then all of the paperwork would have added up and it would have been less of a headache. But he didn't want to do that. Because why would you take the option that involves you, you know, going and getting a key to go down to lockup, to go and get another card machine to set it up? You know, why would you do it properly? So this is our goat. And this is our first goat. So yeah, he decided not to do his job properly and made it my problem by coming and shouting at my desk. So I wasn't particularly best pleased. So he got the bad side of me, which was, and who are you to me to be talking to me like this? And, you know, undermining him by threatening to call another member of management. Which, honestly, I don't consider to be actually undermining him, but it's very clear that that's the way he felt about it. But, you know, that's what you get when you've been there for 2 weeks and you start turning up like you own the place. Especially in a department full of women where he is vastly outnumbered and most of them have been working there for like 20-30 years. Like, just because I'm younger than you and I've been in the company less time than all of the others does not give you the rights. My job title might not be manager, but that does not give you the right, honestly. I mean, honestly, I was tempted to be cheekier than I was because of the way he spoke to me, because he is, I think it's facilities manager, and I was literally about to turn around to him and be like, well, I'm not a facility, go and manage somewhere else. But, you know, there's only so much you can get away with. So we have an elephant. I definitely don't have an elephant on my board, but I hope somebody else does. Let's put elephant on the list. Although honestly, some of the other new management have been great. Like, it's literally so far the only run-ins I've had are this one manager who's a bit too big for his boot, but we'll see if he calms down after he's, you know, figured out his place. And obviously the guy in scheduling who's messed up my entire month. But we'll see. We'll see. I've actually never met the guy in scheduling. Because he will sit up in the office and, don't get me wrong, I feel like he's probably not a terrible person. Like, he's one of those where he's come down and he's done some other shifts on the ground floor, you know, see how the other half live when he's not sat up in the office. But he has literally never met a single person from the team that he schedules for. None of us have ever seen him or met him, and he doesn't actually know what the job is that he's scheduling for. And honestly, I think that's wrong, because he doesn't then fully understand, you know, the best way to structure those things, how many people to book in, you know. I just... I don't think I could possibly schedule for my team without knowing them. And that's got nothing to do with like such and such doesn't like such and such. Like there's always somebody who likes to work with certain people more than others. Especially considering we are a team of all ladies. They do get a bit catty sometimes. But you know, we're all also adults. So they can work with somebody for like the one show and then be moved on to the next thing. There's another mouse rod. But I don't know. I'm being made more aware of the fact that like I don't think this guy can rightfully do his job properly from the position he is putting himself in. I think he should have met us, and I think we need to sit down and have a meeting, honestly, because this is not right. Because I'm also not the only person in the department that has health problems and health concerns, and then sometimes like more than one of us that have got certain health problems get put together and we're like, well, this is going to be an interesting day. What happens if something happens to one of us? Is the other one supposed to pick up the slack? That doesn't really work. Hi, Soft Lemon Girl. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Hope you are having a good day. I'm having a work rant right now. Which I really shouldn't while I'm on stream, but sometimes you got to talk about these things, and I am a single woman that lives on my own, so I got nobody else to rant to, so you're getting this today. You're getting this today. And I also choose not to rant about it at work as well, obviously, because I could quite easily turn around to a colleague and be like, well, this, that, and the other happened, and we all know that that's not going to end well. Although I suppose they could also find this stream and be like, this is unprofessional behaviour. But then I also never say a company name or any colleagues' names. So, I don't know. We'll see. This is a deer. I also don't use my name, so I think they'd struggle to prove anything on this one, but we'll see. So this is a Deirdre. She is our first deer, I believe. Well, deer wasn't on the list before, and it is now. So if you'd like to grab yourselves a species bingo card, Lemon Girl, the link is in the pinned comment at the top. And you can always fill in the animals that we have already found if you would like. Let me copy and paste this and see if this actually works if I put it in here. Apparently I spelled alligator wrong. Those are what we have already found. Let me... yeah, I missed an L. Let's rectify that. There we go. So those are the creatures we have already found. And I'm offering 1 million bells for every bingo. You can have as many bingos as you like. So as many trips back and forth as you can make me do. That's fine. We have exclamation mark bingo for when you have your bingo. Let's get it going. And of course we have our list of villagers we are hunting for. Exclamation mark hunts. Which we haven't found any of yet. I mean, we found Angus, which was tempting for a Mangalore, but also he's too bright, he's too vibrant, he's too cute. Tempting, but had to say no. So we got a Graham. We've already had Hamster, and he doesn't suit our needs. Although I suppose he could be a Billy, especially with the glasses. I feel like he's too chubby to be Billy. Billy's kind of skinny. Why is it always I see characters and I'm like, that character could be Billy. Billy is like the most nondescript background character. Well, kind of background character of the movie. He's got like the bowl haircut. And that's what we need in a Billy. The bowl haircut. That's why my initial Billy was going to be Spork. Because of the haircut. But we took the duck as a potential Billy. What's the duck called? I should remember, but I don't. They exist on my island right now, but I honestly really don't play enough to remember or talk to my villagers enough, honestly. Chop some trees. Let's go. Oh, you're our first. Were you our first double? No, second double. Mint was our first double. Don't come back, Celia. Have to run. Have a great rest of your stream. Thanks for stopping by, Apple Buddy. And oh. No, I should not type one-handed because apparently I cannot. There we go. Let's try that command instead. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope whatever you are going to have to eat today is delicious. Because I haven't decided what I'm having for dinner yet, and I'm already jealous, not knowing what you're having to eat, but I'm already jealous. Time for takeoff. That's not what I meant to do. Just absolutely lapping up technical problems today. Also can't stop apparently. That's fine, that can exist as is. That works. Ooh, I see a DIY bottle. Oh, Dom, baby, why you do this to me? You were on the last hunt as well. No, Dom. I'm gonna cry. I love Dom. Dom is my favourite. Well, my favourite? Yeah, no, Dom is probably my favourite. But I can't take Dom. Dom doesn't fit. Look at his face. Look at his cutie little face. Oh no. I'll better leave now before I convince myself to take him home. I've left them twice now. My next island, I have to take Dom. Like, I don't know what the theme is going to be for the next one, and it might take me like a whole year to get to the next one. But I have to have Dom on the next one. Because honestly, it breaks my heart every time I have to leave him behind. He's clearly just my best boy. That cube. Hey, Pingu boy. Your eyes are still weird to me, but you know, you do you. And now my cup of tea is finished. It's done. It's gone. The sadness today is immeasurable. I had to leave Dom behind. In fact, did I put... I did not put sheep on the thing. So now we should add sheep. 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 And that Dom actually gave me my first bingo. But obviously I'm not going to give myself a million bells. I already got a million bells. Oh, I suppose I could sell some stuff and give myself a million bells, but I'm good. In fact, I think I've still got some turnips that are sat in the house. I should probably check what my turnip price is today. Because it's Friday. Although it's not Friday in my game. It's Wednesday in my game, so today or tomorrow will be most likely to be my better bell prices. A cube again. That's it. I'm turning your fire off, mister. No. No more. Oh my god, Rachel, you've been here since the beginning. How do you not have a bingo yet? Who you got? Cub, a kangaroo, or a cat? Even the diagonals still count as a bingo. So here is everything that we have so far. Which is now pretty much 4. One message. Lion, rhino, wolf, a cub, a kangaroo, or a cat. Okay, so you really are waiting on like the last few things, because I've got like cub, bird, wolf, lion, anteater, pig, koala still left to go for other bingos. I'm surprised we haven't seen a cub or a lion yet, honestly. Honestly. So I should imagine on your bingo card that you've gotten to the point where if you get like one of those animals, you'll have 2 bingos in one. Because that's basically what mine looks like for the most part. That's why I don't have any bingos yet. No, I'm not even going over there. Take me home. Take me home. I don't need another gorilla in my life. Please remove me from this island. I do not wish to see this. Health check. Stay hydrated and check your posture. Well, I can definitely check my posture by having a little stretch, making sure I'm sat up properly, which I most definitely wasn't. But my tea is only just finished, so I feel like the hydration check, I'm alright. Although I suppose tea's got caffeine in it, which, you know, diuretic, dehydrating, blah 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 blah. Something along those lines. That's what I'm always told anyway. Although I've got decaf tea as well. I could always have decaf tea. It's got water in it, right? I am one of those people that's like, but coffee's got water in it. I ran away from pink coffee this yesterday. Oh dear, honestly. I'm surprised we haven't found Zucker actually. This is Zell. Zell the gazelle. You're a deer, and we've already had a deer. You're a pretty deer though, I'll give you that. Yeah. That reminds me, one of the things I'm gonna have to do on a day where I'm not streaming is add in my other account characters for some of the characters that I'm not using villagers for. Like the main characters basically. The the Lilu and the Corbin Dallas and the Ruby Rod. You know, those characters. The Diva. Potentially, oh yeah, Emmanuel Zorg. I'm not gonna do Father Cornelius, maybe Cornelius, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, Father Cornelius is kind of just an old, sweaty old man. But, I suppose he's technically a main character, especially in the last scene. Ooh, we got a kangaroo. Doesn't that mean somebody got a bingo? I know it doesn't give me a bingo because kangaroo doesn't appear on mine. Kangaroo. Let's go. I also love the fact that recently, while I have not been streaming, I have had a bunch of copyright claims on previous streams where they're claiming that the intro music, which has basically been the same since the very beginning, is a song which it is most definitely not, because they literally had to Google and listen to the song that they're claiming that it is, and I'm like, I can see some similarities, but I don't see how that's my problem, because it's not the same, and I have the right to use it from the people it belongs to. So, yeah, that's a fun and interesting new development. So I've disputed all of those things. I got double bingo, diagonal across. I owe you 2 million bells. Oh, Lyman. Look at your face. Yeah, IUD boy. Rachel Crossing is calling bingo. We also have a love. I literally had to say it like that to spell it out. Which gives me another bingo as well, honestly. Bingo again. Look at his face. His nose and eyebrows always get me. I feel like they look like an IUD. And if you don't know what an IUD is, I mean, I suppose you can Google it. It's not going to bring up anything terrible. You know, you should learn these things in health class. Hopefully, regardless of your gender. Yeah, it doesn't show you anything terrible. Some diagrams. I love the way I had to double check though. I was there like, not gonna show anybody, you know, some lady parts or something, but it I mean, it does and it doesn't. Like, a diagram is not offensive in my opinion, but you never know. You never know. Somebody might take it the wrong way. Dun, dun, dun. I literally googled that expecting to see hoo-ha. Oh, I'm annoyed at myself. That's just sometimes you gotta Google it to make sure that it's safe to Google, that it's Googleable. I don't think there was anything particularly offensive there, personally. Oh, I'm not knowledgeable enough. Well, I know some things about it. I probably have a leaflet about them somewhere, being a young woman. I've probably been given one at some point that I've put with all of my like other health paperwork and stuff. Oh, Boomer. Boomer's cute. Boomer, you don't really work for us though. I suppose the only thing you could be is like old man Cornelius, because he a Boomer, but no. No. And we've already had a penguin, so you're not really bringing anything to the table. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of penguins. I feel as though, like, it's Animal Crossing being like, wait a minute, is everybody not doing a winter island right now? Did you not want some winter-themed villages? Because we had Tutu earlier as well. So we've had the polar bear and a lot of penguins. So, yeah, that's a thing that's occurring right now. I've actually never gotten so many penguins on a hunt. So we got another eagle, and we don't even need to talk to this eagle, because that's a hard pass from me. It's not Pierce. Pierce is the blue one. Which one's the green one? Avery's the grey one. Who's the green one? Frank. Frank. That's who it be, Frank. I should have remembered that, honestly. That's on my late grandfather's name. Time for takeoff. I know a couple of them. Like obviously some of the more obvious ones. So obviously I think everybody knows Apollo because he's like the standard bald eagle. And then you've got Sterling, which is the one with the silver helmet thing. You've got Pierce, which is the blue one, which I know because of another channel that has him as a character. Avery's the grey one because I mean Avery always I always think like is a feminine name, but Avery is a dude. Who are the other ones? We've got Celia that we've seen a couple of times. Keaton. I remember more of the male male eagles than the females. I feel like there's more female eagles than just Celia. There's gotta be, right? There must be. I'm neglecting to remember some creatures, clearly. Genji. Hey buddy. You don't add anything to our list, but you certainly add culture to our lives. Good to see you, Genji boy. Let's see what other eagles we got. Buzz, I forgot about. And Amelia's the other. There's only two female eagles. Out of 9. So there are 9 eagles and 2 of them are female. Okay, interesting. I wonder why. Amelia isn't like a very feminine looking character either. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But if I was to look at her character, I wouldn't necessarily say this is a female character. Like, I don't mind some of the more ambiguous character designs, honestly. I think it's more inclusive that way. If you have a character that's design is kind of neither here nor there, gender-wise, or they've got a name that's, you know, unisex. They're a little bit more ambiguous. It's like when everyone lost their minds about Sasha the rabbit, but that's because they're not really considering the fact that Sasha in other places is a male name. It's just in like Western countries like England and America where Sasha is predominantly female, whereas in what you call them, what I was always raised to call them, and I don't know whether this is particularly politically correct, but in Slavic countries, I believe Sasha is almost always a male name. So it wasn't exactly like a shock. Like, I knew that that was a possibility. This is like the first time I ever met a boy called Courtney when I was at school. And now here's the fun thing you might not know about me. I am autistic, but I'm not like particularly terrible. Like I deal with it fairly well. Like, I mask it fairly well, but I also don't have like particularly severe on the spectrum of things. Oh, Trash Island. I don't appear on Trash Island. Oh, apple. But the first time I met a boy named Courtney and nobody had ever told me that that was like a possibility, I was there like, no, this is not allowed. No, you're taking the mick. You're making fun of me. Don't just no. I couldn't deal with it. But obviously I've grown up since then and realised that actually, depending on where people are from, like their culture, their background, the country they're from, you know, family origins and things sometimes make a difference for those kinds of things where I might consider something feminine because I've only met females that are called Courtney, and then one day a man turns up in your life also called Courtney, and you're like, excuse me, sir? You're guinea pig man. Yeah, I also find that even on the internet, in real life as well though, but even on the internet, I have a way of attracting other autistic individuals. Like quite a few of my friends of the channel and people that I work with online also have autism, and a lot of my friends growing up also did. But that wasn't something like I purposefully sought out because I was never like diagnosed when I was in school or anything like that. I'm one of those that made it to adulthood before anybody noticed that I deal with things slightly differently. But I have a way of finding that kind of community. I think it's like a take one to know one kind of situation. Although I know that it doesn't always, like, obviously everyone's got their own, I don't know what you call it, their own like flavour of autism, let's call it. Like obviously it's not something that you're like gonna taste. But everyone's got their own style, their own version, their own way of dealing with things and how they see the world, depending on how they're raised, how much help they've had, the severity, or, you know, whether you're sensory or whatever, and other conditions that come with it, like ADHD, ADD, and other things. Ooh, Lolly! Hey, cutie. This is our first cat. Welcome back, Pee-wee. But, I know from experience of my own family that sometimes it is a huge struggle to work with people that are almost too similar to yourself. It's almost easier to work with somebody that's a little bit more different, because I always find that I need somebody to mellow me out because I'm so like set in my ways. I need everything to be like this, that, or the other, and then I need somebody to be like, "Oh, we could do this." Asperger's, yeah, Asperger's is what my younger brother has. He has Asperger's and ADHD, and honestly, I don't know whether this is a little brother thing or well, it's almost certainly a little brother thing, but there is literally nobody on the face of the earth that annoys me more. But he's mental capability, although he's like incredibly intelligent, he's so socially impaired by his Asperger's that he, you know, got kicked out of school, was homeschooled for a while. He'd been to special schools and in and out of those things, and it got to the point where my mum couldn't deal with it anymore, so I don't think he ever actually fully finished his education, and he lives at home. He's never worked a day in his life. You know, he can't cook his own meals or anything like that. It's kind of sad, really. But you know, some people are more impacted by these things than others. So we have our first anteater, but it's not the one we're looking for. So there is our anteater. Could you not have been Annabelle? That would have been great. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're going to help you today. I would like to fly, and I would like to use that Nook Mars ticket that we have been talking about on and off for the last God knows how long. Yeah, honestly, I think that's a lot of it. A lot of it. Like, I've always been taught that women and men present with autism differently. That's why it is easier as a man to get a diagnosis when you're young, whereas like women tend to blend into their surroundings a little better. We have another bear in his beardo, the weirdo. But I also know plenty of women that are like, you know, that way where they can't have what most people would consider like a normal life, like go to work and do those things. I have to say, as an adult who works, I've never experienced bullying at work. Like, school is one of those things where it's like a wholly different environment, because adults can't really discipline children to the point of making them understand the damage that they do by doing those things. They can't really do too much about it because they're not your parents, and there's only so much they can do over you and the other children for that matter. So these things happen, and I'm not saying it's right, because it's not, because those kids clearly never consider the impact of their actions. There's Marina, so we're gonna run away. And honestly, those actions will literally damage you for the rest of your life. From experience, 110%, yeah, it does have an impact on the way you see things and everything you do in the future. But then you also have to remember, everybody around you isn't that kid that you went to school with. And even when you grow up, and if you bump into those people that used to do those things to you, when they're fully grown, you'll find that they're not those people anymore, and it's just because they were a kid and they were stupid. That's not to say that children are stupid, it's just to say that children make mistakes. They don't necessarily consider those things. Like, I get that it feels targeted and personal, because in a way it is. Like, that person is singling you out for something that makes you different, but it's because they're young and they're scared and they don't understand. And that's by no means an excuse, but as a child you don't really have the patience and understanding to, you know, grasp that for yourself, and it is up to the adults around you to teach you those things, and more often than not, they don't. Because if they're not, like, visually faced with the idea of... Yeah, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like, regardless of how old you are. Like, by kids, I mean literally anybody under the age of 18. Which, I mean, an 18-year-old is still technically an adult, but I feel like young adults still takes them a while to reach a level of maturity where they and to be fair, I have to admit I've met some adults that will come out with some things that are a little bit questionable, and it's like, you don't actually mean this. And I'm the kind of person that will tell them, no, that's not what you mean. This is what you mean. And they're like, oh yeah, and then they'll go backpedaling, obviously, because when you get called out on something, you're going to. But I get that not everybody has the. I wouldn't necessarily call it strength to do that, because mine's just lack of thought between the two. I don't have that, like, anxiety between the two. If I see something wrong, I'm gonna say something about it usually. Whereas a lot of people have, like, anxiety between the two because at some point they've seen something wrong, said something, and there have been some repercussions in one way or another for that. And that's the sad part. Whereas I grew up in a situation where I didn't really have repercussion for very much. Like, I could sneak out of the house at all hours of the day and go drinking and smoking and out with friends, and I was basically taught that I better do the dumb things when I'm young, so I don't get myself in trouble when I'm older. Because, you know, you gotta live your life when you're young so that you can settle down when you're older. That's basically what I was taught. So as long as I was, like, safe, like, then my parents were pretty chill about it. We got another sheep. Frida. Brugger sheep. And to be fair, still to this day, I'm one of those people that I will still go out and I will still do the dumb things. But I also always know the places I go and the people I talk to and the people I can call if something goes wrong. Honestly thought I would have found a villager by now. I still have to make dinner. Although I have, like, a pre-mix of sauce and prawns, so I'm literally just gonna make noodles and dump that in, and that's gonna be my dinner. So we have another kangaroo, and this is Walt. Hi, Walt. You do not fit the needs of the island, but it's good to see you nonetheless, bud. No, I don't. No. I pressed the wrong button. Don't do this to me. Honestly, as an adult, I think the most savage of people are young children. They'll honestly never, never let you get away with absolutely anything. Young children are savage. Literally, if you are looking tired or, you know, they catch you doing absolutely anything, they will call you out on that. Here is a goat. We've already had a goat, right? Yes, we've already had a goat. Young children are so brutally honest. No filter. Like, don't get me wrong. I struggle to, like, filter out my own self. I know a lot of people with autism also struggle with, like, a filter of, you know, when is an appropriate time to say things, when it's time to tell somebody that they've got that bit of food in their teeth, or, you know, you've got your skirt tucked or something. And I'm one of those people that will always tell somebody. I work in customer service, which makes it even better. So, like, when I'm seeing a girl and she's got, like, her skirt tucked into her undies when she's been to the loo, I'm the one that will come chasing after you and be like, excuse me, miss. I'm that person, because I'd want somebody to tell me. That's why. But, you know, not everybody appreciates it. And, but children, oh my god, young children. They're literally like, oh, why do you have those dark circles under your eyes? Have you never slept in your life? Like, that's just my face. Thank you. Oh, honestly, I love it. I live for it. It's funny. Because they don't actually, well, they do mean something by it. They're being legitimate about it. It's like when they don't understand, when they see something, they're gonna ask about it. Honestly, it's so funny to me. A thing that you'll always appreciate as a person with autism is the animal that you will identify with most will always be a cat, because cats also have autism, specifically Asperger's. They are one of the few animals that will essentially test positive for those kinds of, like, tweaks in their behavior. And honestly, same. Same. Because, like, they've got that whole, like, sensory thing going on. Like, if you stroke a cat, it's on its own terms. Like, they love, like, the lights and certain colors and movements and motions and things like that. And then sometimes they get overwhelmed and they want to run away and hide. And they'll lash out of frustration. Like, they'll do things on their own terms. They are like, yeah, literally same. Mood, same. We got another duck. That's Pom Pom. But we don't need another duck. We're not here for another duck. I've just heard some more banging and I need to go and look, because I will be upsetty spaghetti if that is somebody that does not belong here and I do not notice. 1 second. Nope, it's just the fella that lives upstairs. That is a-okay by me. Because if something had happened, he would have come and knocked on my door and been like, yo, did you see something? Did you hear something? I would have been like, no dude, sorry I was busy. Because basically, what happened the other day was I was at home all day because I've got some time off of work because of the mistakes that they've made. And while I was home, there was like some banging and some drilling and stuff out in the hallway. I didn't think anything of it because maintenance have been downstairs because the guy that lived downstairs has moved out. And there was some damage done to the property, so they've been like fixing that up and doing some other like odd jobs and what have you. And they don't like leave a letter in my letterbox when they turn up or anything. So it's like 11, 12 o'clock daytime, middle of the day, and there's some like drilling and hammering and stuff. So I'm like, oh, it's just maintenance guys. It never even occurred to me that it wasn't downstairs, that it was upstairs in the hallway. Like, I didn't pay enough attention to that. And turns out that it was just two dudes out there talking to each other. You know, nothing loud enough or sus enough that I noticed what was going on. But trying to break into the house upstairs, they'd literally drilled out his lock and removed it, but then got it jammed. So they gave up. So he got home from work. By that point, like all of the banging and everything, they were long gone. And he came downstairs and knocked on my door and goes, "You been in all day?" "Yeah." "Was there some banging?" "Yeah." "Why? What's going on?" "Oh yeah, my lock is like completely missing." I go upstairs and it's like his lock is literally on the floor. His like front door handle gone. And I'm like, did they take anything? No, but he can't get into his house because it's still locked somehow, despite the fact his lock is literally on the floor. Like, they've jammed it in such a way that his door is like broken, jammed shut. So he can't get in and his dog's inside. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. So we had to call to have somebody come and, you know, finish the job that they started essentially and drill it out and replace it for him. So they gave him a temporary lock, which probably isn't as safe as the one he had on there initially, because obviously it wasn't too bad of a lock. If they couldn't get through it, you know, uninterrupted, they just gave up. But while he's waiting for some like cameras and stuff to be fitted so that he feels more comfortable going to work, he's like, well, if you've got some time off, like, keep an ear out. If there's any like banging or anything upstairs and my car isn't outside, you call the police, okay? And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's a deal, because I live in the building too and I don't want nobody doing that to me. Hi, Blind Taco Bear. How you doing? Happy Friday. Hope you are having a good day. Hi, Gamer King. Long time no see. Happy Friday. How you doing? Use a Nook Miles ticket. I'm gonna run out of Nook Miles tickets at this rate. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Like, I've had my whinge and my moan on stream today, but you know, could be worse. Could be worse. For sure, for sure. You know, gotta look at them silver linings. No, Rocket, please leave me alone. No more gorillas, please. You see a Wilbur, if you see a gorilla on the island, just fly by. Just go full circle and take me back home. I don't even want to see it. Don't even want to see it all. Don't want to see the booty hanging out. Don't need to. Don't want to. All's packed already. Let's go. What would dodos do? No, I don't need Nook Miles tickets. I have 24-hour access to a treasure island that doesn't require me bothering another human because I can just order things from the robot. So I'm good. This is another tiger. Although there's always Nook Miles tickets on the island, but if, you know, if I wanted to, I could just order them from the robot. It's fun though, because it means that I don't have to wait for the treasure island to be updated with new stuff or anything. I can just go and put in the code. It can go and put in the code and search for the item and have the bot drop it directly for me while I'm on the island, or inject whatever villager I want without disturbing anybody and being like, can you put this villager or this item on the treasure island for me? And just do it with the robots. And we do love the robots because it means I don't have to disturb people. I have 21 tickets left. I didn't have this. All this. What a surprise. So, in the beginning, I had... Let me go... I don't remember how many tickets I had at the very beginning, but that's not too difficult to figure out. So I had like almost a full line, and then like a couple at the ends. So at about almost 100 tickets. Ooh, we have a squirrel. Oh no, we have had a squirrel. We have had a squirrel. We had mint. And who was the one that looked like ketchup and mustard? I actually haven't done work on either, so I haven't done any of the DLC off stream. So I've done like 2-3 houses on stream and that's it. And then I have done some work on the island, but it's nothing that's going to be permanent. It was just like working towards getting 3 stars, which I still haven't done. And Isabel just keeps telling me to plant more flowers, so then I put down flowers and she's like, no, more flowers. which is not news to me or a surprise because she loves flowers and honestly it's too much. But what you gonna do, eh? What you gonna do? I think I'm just gonna go and grab like a bunch of the hybrid seeds from the magic island and plant those around until she yeah, those were for Lilu, and then I restarted my islands. This is new islands. That's why I do not have 3 stars. I literally just saw you, Tasha, go away. And to be fair, on Lilu, when you gave me those flowers, I had already got 5 stars. How can I help you today? I would like to fly. I need a hot water bottle and a hot drink. But I wanna either find somebody or at least use up all of the tickets that I got first. So I might be here for a hot minute. It's 7:10. And it takes like 5 minutes to do egg noodles for my I think it's Thai sweet chili and prawns with egg noodles today. That's another chicken. We haven't even had like a new villager species, so we're missing quite a few still. Haven't had a bird, a lion, a pig, a cub, or a wolf for sure. Those are the ones that I've got that we haven't had yet, but there are probably a few more that we haven't had yet either. That I can't think of off the top of my head. Too many species. Not enough time. And I owe Rachel like 3 million bells already. Who am I looking for? I'm looking for like the same list as I was looking for before, minus Cephalobot. And I've removed Anchor from the list as well because I have her amiibo. But I suppose I'd still take her if I found her, honestly. Because it's been a long day. We've been going for a while. And she is a character that I do want. Oh, it's Havian, stop. Where's your brother? I'll take your brother. I would accept Zucker, but we have not seen Zucker. Also haven't seen any of the new villagers either, actually, come to think of it. Where do you want to go? Souls already? Time to take off. Now, and I don't even want to risk the autofill because my autofill is going to be from the few people that have been to my island and people that they have maybe kicked out and what have you. And I can tell you for straight facts right now, I don't want any of those. Beardo, stop. Turning your fire off. Don't come back, okay? Beardo the weirdo. Yeah, I got Cephalobot, and I was semi tempted to go for the blue squirrel. What's her name? The glow in the dark one, because she's kind of like a little alien space girly. But I don't think she would just be like a background character, and I feel like that's not good enough. Unless I made her like the diva. But I feel like she's not diva enough for the diva. Not really. Like she kind of is and kind of isn't. I'm sniffling. Definitely need my hot water bottle. Might have hot chocolate actually as well. Get that mug of milk on. Yeah. Alone. Where's this villager? Oh, Hopper! Hey! We are getting a lot of penguins. What is happening? Is this because I was talking earlier about how my original island, I wanted to be an all penguin island? I literally could have made an all penguin island today. Because we've had what? Aurora, Cube, we've had Hopper, we had Boomer, we had another one as well, Iggy. We've had 5 different penguins today. At least. That's crazy. Let's get you airborne. Especially because I was talking about how I don't really like Sprinkle earlier. We haven't seen Sprinkle, but... This is Pecan, right? Poppy even. Okay, Poppy's cute. Poppy is like what I imagine Pee-wee looks like in real life. I'm sure Pee-wee's like, what? Woman, you've seen me. What? Excuse you? Wrong squirrel. Yeah, I know Pecan's also a squirrel. I'm tired and hungry. I'm confused right now, okay? I can't think when I'm hungry. Which one's Pecan? I have to look at an image of Pecan right now. Yeah, no, she's the other red and white one, so I wasn't far off. At least I wasn't like miles away and she's like some neon green squirrel. I've been like, wait, how did I mix those two up? But they're both like got the red and white patterns. I will accept that mistake. I did make it, but I feel like the mistake wasn't that bad. I feel like they could be sisters. Really? Stop. I think they make lovely sisters in the HEP. Yeah, honestly, they really do. They really do. Alice found a dreamy. I mean, I already found a dreamy today, but I had to leave him on the island where I found him. Which is why I need hot cocoa and a water bottle right now, because I'm upset. No, she was deep. Yeah. No, she didn't look like Diva. What I'm gonna do for Diva is I'm gonna make another. I've got another account, and I'm actually gonna make a blue character to be the Diva, and maybe like design a dress for it, and maybe the hat. Or I think there's like a little pygmy gnome hat that I could probably use as her head thing. I feel like there are some options for things we can do for the Diva. More options doing it that way. That's another tiger. Hey, bub. How's it hanging? Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. It's a bit late for you, but still. Bobby! Did Pee-wee show you the message antics that we had about the package you sent? I think she's mad at me, Bobby. I think she's mad at me. No, I know she's not mad at me. I know she's used to me. She sent me, like, randomly, late at night, sent me a picture of, like, the framed Bobby logo with the URL underneath it. And, you know, when your girl's tired and hungry and confused, and she sees this, and I'm like, but why? I didn't have anything else to say. I was just confused, like, but why? That was my response, not thank you or anything like that. My response was, but why? Oh no, whatever that is, it can stay here. Is that's actual Diva, isn't it? The character's called Diva. Yeah, we're both framed because technically, like, I made the artwork, but it's artwork of Bobby. So we're both framed, but also why? Oh dear. I've just realised that Bobby's probably gonna, like, download this video and clip me laughing out of it and put it as, like, a sound bite on one of his streams. I can't help myself. I was taught to question everything, Pee-wee. That's how I was raised. Question everything. Okay, I'm not gonna mute this time. I'm just gonna look out the window to make sure that that's the same person. Give Bobby ideas. He doesn't need me to give him ideas, he does that fine all by himself. Okay, that wasn't the dude that lives upstairs, but somebody did come in. Or go out, I don't know. Either way. No, we don't need to do this. It'll have like Animal Crossing music in the background as well, which I don't think will be as effective. And I'm not sure how well an MP4 would translate. And honestly, editing down a YouTube video is always a nightmare. Just backpedaling now, like, no, can we not? The annoying thing about the whole, like, the joke about the laugh is I don't record myself all day, so if I'm laughing at something, I'm not recording it, and then if I record a laugh, like, it's gonna be disingenuous. So it's gonna be like a really uncomfortable, awkward laugh that just doesn't fit in. Then again, I suppose I could purposefully like watch like a funny video thing with some headphones on and then just record me laughing at those. Just find all of the like poop and fart jokes because I'm about 4 years old mentally. Like, honestly, there's a video that always makes me laugh to the point I can't breathe. And it's just one of those where it really, really caught me off guard. I'm laughing now thinking about it and I can't even hear it or see it. It's just too funny. I don't even know which sheet this is, but it can stay here. I don't think I can post it on here because I'm pretty sure it has some cheeky little swords in there. But like the overall idea behind it isn't particularly rude. It's just a man whispering to his Alexa, telling it to do things, and then what it responds with is a little bit a little bit more than he bargained for. I'm sorry if you have a home device that just heard me say that, but I very clearly do not. So Alexa, play Despacito. That's the joke, isn't it? Isn't it? Honestly, I should probably pick like a more obscure song than that. Like, Alexa, play Neebs Gaming Jeep stuff. Like, support another channel, you know? Like, they're a big channel, but they've got a cool community, a good community. They do swear over there, but I'd be more than willing to support them. They're good people. You know, the creators of like Battlefield Friends and things like that. If you know, you know. I've got my headphones on, so my Alexa will not go off. Oh, you don't want to listen to Jeep stuff? No. To be fair, I love it. I love the fact that they decided to make music. And it's like random songs about games that they've played. Because I've watched their channel for quite some time. And so I've watched like their series of various different games, and then they'll make like random little songs about them, and they're actually really good. Like they're talented musicians and audio editors and singers. Well, some of the singers more than others, but I think it's like supposed to be a comedy satire thing anyway. But they're actually ridiculously well made. Humphrey can stay here. But Jeep Stuff is just a song about you know, blowing up Jeeps with C4 in Battlefield. What's some of the other ones that they've got? They've got like a Minecraft song. I don't remember what the name of it is, but it goes something like Minecraft in Spanish is Minecraft. Oh, I like that. And it's like, what the heck? Why? Why is this a thing? But I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It's creative. It's well done. I like it. Here comes the copyright for that like 10 out of 10 stellar performance right there. As if I don't have enough copyright claims on this channel. It's actually so tiring. And all of my disputes are just become passive aggressive to YouTube at this point of please stop letting people claim this. Because it's so annoying when they're like claiming the music that's on my intro, but only on certain videos and not others, when I use the same intro music on all of them. And they're actually claiming it to be a specific song that it isn't. So I'm literally there like, please stop. The song in the intro is not this song. Copy and paste like title and whatever. Because I even like went and searched it to be like, is it that song? Because if it is, I'll mute that section and just be like, okay, I'll find a different intro song. But it's not. Like, the intro song is something that I've got on off of Bennett Sound. And I have their link in the description. I get that doesn't give me technically the license for it, but it does technically give me permission to use it from the license holder as far as I'm aware. Because they're like free to use. So fair use and all of that, but then every now and again it gets claimed as somebody else's song, and it's like a popular song that I've heard before as well. It's just been posted on like a popular TikTok video, and then all of a sudden now this song is getting claimed as that song when they're not the same song. Ooh, this is our first bird. This is our first bird. Does not give me a bingo, but it's nice to find something different. Bird. Good to see you, Burb. I'm ready to go home. Let's see. These guys have so many music songs actually. I didn't realise how many. They've got like 30 separate videos in this playlist. Okay, Jeep stuff, obviously. They've got some new ones I haven't seen before either. Oh my god. And they have a bad guy Billie Eilish cover, which is probably going to be another satire thing. I'm not surprised, honestly, especially considering who is singing this particular song out of the cast of characters. Like 110% fits the bill. I forgot they did an I'm on a boat lonely island cover as well. Yeah, there's quite a few on this list, more than I remember. Sure. Oh, sure. YouTube crashed. Oh no. But you found a dreamy, so that's the part that counts really. Ooh, we have a wolf. First wolf. Hi Vivian. Hi Vivian. That does give me another bingo. Not that it really matters, because I can't give myself the money. Although I have to say, it's not real money, it's in-game money. A million bells for every bingo that you get. A million. Gonna eat and watch a movie. Sounds good. I also need to go and eat at some point soon. I've been here for 3 hours doing this. Yeah, I'll have to visit your island, see what you've done so far, because I have not seen your island in so long. It's probably like wildly different. I've got 5 tickets to find a villager left. Oh no. Otherwise we'll have to continue this tomorrow, I guess. That reminds me, I have to go and post my create a code in Strong Mom's Discord. Animal Crossing. Custom patterns. I'm not going to attach a photo to it because that involves me taking my Switch out of the dock, which I don't want to do right now. It's going to take me a while to get used to this new code. Okay, let's go and check this island before I talk to Bulba, before I've even seen who's here. Oh no. You can't just give me a new villager like this. We were talking about you earlier, Sasha. Did you overhear me? Ooh. Do we take him just because we've been here for a hot minute? And we're showing no signs of finding anybody that we actually want. And then we can do like a Sasha giveaway. I think we do. because I need to eat. Okay, we have taken Sasha and we will do a Sasha giveaway at some point. I'm ready to go home. Yep, I'm ready. And I'll have another 100 nut miles for the next time. So let's see. I think Rachel went, didn't she? She's not still here. If she wants to claim her monies now. Because I owe her 3 million bells. If not, I believe she may be also on the Discord. Are we on the Discord? We might have a different username though, I suppose. If you are on the Discord, you must have a different username. Doesn't particularly help. Rachel, are you still here? If so, I would like to know, so that I can get you the bells for playing bingo with us today. Sorry to wake you up, Blathers, but I've got your favourite. A bunch of fossils. Oh, no. I've got to assess the fossils first. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Just slamming some buttons. Blathers, you talk too much. Assess fossils. All of flutter, he says. I also haven't dug up the fossils that are on the island today, I don't think, so I've got a bunch more for you later, but... The museum awaits. Now I can make a donation. Only 2 out of these. I'm running out of fossils to donate. Can't have too much left to go, really. I am fine. So I take it Rachel is no longer here. So we will have to sort that out some other time. Rachel, if you come back and watch the rest of this stream for whatever reason at a later date, and you would like to claim your winnings, feel free to contact me on the Discord. And I will be more than happy to get those to you. Let's go check out this. So Sasha will be moving in. And we'll be picking out some other villagers. Let's clean up some of our mess. Honestly, I'm so messy. No, those don't need picking up because they're just people to take if we need them, I guess. What animals did you miss? So in the end, we took somebody, but I think the list goes from about here in the time. I don't remember where you left off, but this is what the end of my list looks like. Just keep those out because I'm probably going to want those. Because I probably owe you more than 3 million bells right now. So if you have a... I just realised this housing kit's going to be problematic for dropping off balls. Let's go and place it down somewhere. If it autofills, rip, never mind. Yeah, I figured you would. I forgot I was doing the trying to get Nook Miles rewards. So I've got like a bunch of random stuff all over the place. Yeah, Shino is a new villager. She's based on a demon, which is pretty cool, honestly. Something a little different. So let's put this in storage so I can go and grab full inventory of bells. And I have... I don't know if you want to add me on Switch if we're not already friends, or you want to drop a dodo somewhere, or put it in the Discord in my DMs, or how you want to do this. But I owe you a full inventory of bells for your bingo participation today. Yeah, that's fine. If you add me on Switch, then you can open for friends, or, well, I'd say I'd open for friends, but that's how literally everybody turns up to the island. So if you open for friends, I can turn up and drop you some bells. Or actually, I think you can do for friends with a dodo code, can't you? I believe. If I do that, literally, this is how people turn up. We're gonna see what happens. I like visitors. Online play. Oh, wait a minute. We should do this first. Not this one. This one. Oh, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. This is what happens when you go between PlayStation controller and Switch controller. Become friends. When a weed or a new one has not that much weeds, I got rid of them, but a few spawns up now and then. Yeah, I suppose you probably have the ordinances and stuff set up. Although I know Bobby was whinging that the beautiful ordinance doesn't do what he thought it would, because he was thinking that it would stop weeds from spawning entirely, when actually it just slows them down, because they're a crafting material that you use for things like medicine and stuff like that. So it's trying to make it so that you can't just not have those things available. It's just slowing them down a bit. That, especially because they don't actually make any difference to your like star rating on the island. Like technically your island is just as beautiful with weeds as it is without them. By Animal Crossing standards, star rating wise. Are we getting? Are we getting? Are we open? Are we open? Search for a friend. Alice is online. Okay, so we're not ready to go yet. We're not ready to go yet. It makes it look a bit realistic. Yeah, exactly. You need a little bit more texture in your life sometimes. Have you opened for friends, Rachel? Let's try again. Nope. You'd think I'd get tired of this music, honestly, but I never do. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'm just trying to drop off your bells to you because obviously if you can't have Discord, that's fine. No worries about that. But I want to make sure that I can get the bells to you that I owe you. So it's easier to do it now while I can communicate with you than to just, you know, hope and wish on a prayer that it magically happens somehow. Let's come out of this for a second and run around and do some stuff. So we're not just sat here. You already done 20 builds. I've done like 2. I had it since day 1 and I've done like 2. Which won't surprise anybody. These are going to be my first tomatoes. I planted these the other day. Still got some stuff to dig up. I need to sort this because this was just like achievement hunting because there's a thing on here for if you plant so many trees. This one. You need to plant 30 trees. So I did. Because I was like, that's easy enough. Christ, that's a lot of planting you need to do. I don't even have all of the produce yet. but like this is enough for these things. All 4 colours of pumpkins. I've got the sugarcane, the tomatoes, and the carrots. And then there's the potatoes. What else is there? And the wheat. That's the other one, the wheat. I don't feel like I'm gonna get to 50, let alone however many else you need to get the rest of it. Because it's gonna be, it's been 520, so it's gonna be like 50, what, 70, 100 or something. Yeah, no, you do your photo and everything. I know how it works. That's fine. Nothing feels quite like harvesting produce. Yeah, harvesting's fine because you can harvest like loads from like a couple of crops. This is reasonable. This. Yes, please just cover your island in produce and then dig it all up and sell it again, because who wants an entire island that's just a farm? You're gonna plant like 100 things. Like, that's a bit excessive. Like, at least the end goal on this is just 20. Like, that's fine because that's continuous. Oh, this planting flowers thing. But then again, I suppose I'm gonna need this for my 3 stars. So I suppose that's not too bad. Still got a bunch of fossils to get, so fossil assessment shouldn't be too bad. This is chopping wood, yeah. I remember that one being a pain. DIY tools, furniture fresher. I haven't actually done any customization yet, but that'll come for when I do some more of the island stuff. I haven't done a lot of like bug catching or fishing or anything yet. I haven't fished up a lot of trash, but that's a pretty random thing. I could do this, dig up clams. Not with an inventory full of bells, obviously. But I've been working on doing some Nook Miles things, because I know that obviously a lot of my 2.0 stuff isn't like active at the moment because I don't have 3 stars, therefore I don't have Brewster or Captain or any of those things. So I know that I'm going to need the Nook Miles to do those things. So I've been working on getting them way before I even have the 3 stars. I haven't experienced any of these things yet, and I'm like so late to the party. I'm almost annoyed at myself, honestly, because I reset thinking, well, it's going to be 2.0. I want everything to be like fresh. And yeah, it hasn't really ended up that way. Let me hide this. So you're not gonna hear the music or anything for a second while I'm doing this, because I know there are some people that even know the dodo when he's talking the numbers and letters, and they naughty and turn up to islands uninvited, and we don't do that here. So I can show you this now. We got a flight for Noel right now. Let's fly. Oh no, how did she break her switch, Gamer King? Yeah, honestly, I'm not too bothered about 5 stars. I want the 3 stars so that I can terraform and do all of the like extra 2.0 stuff that I'm missing at the moment. So that I've actually got some stuff to do, because I feel like until then there's not really much that I can do. Oh, the inside of the charging port. Dang. Oh, look at the little koala baby. She's so cute. Is it Alice? Is it Alice? No, Alice is the other one. This one's not Alice. What's her name? She looks so snug in her little winter hat. Melba, that's the one. I was gonna say, I know there's a couple that sound like the towns. I was gonna say Sydney and I was like, no, this one's not Sydney. You just come to like trash your island with all of these bells. I'm gonna leave them everywhere. Hopefully this helps though, being as you've like restarted. I feel like this is gonna be a massive help towards your like home loans and stuff. Oh, Melba's so cute. No, I think after this it's gonna be dinner time for me, and I still need to cook as well. So we won't be doing our island visits today. Okay. We all done. I have got to go make myself some food. We've been live for 3.5 hours up in here. You are more than welcome, Rachel. I hope you do great things with all of those bells, and hopefully next time we do a villager hunt, which should be soon, honestly, might be as soon as tomorrow. Yeah, we can do a cheeky little raid. Let's see who we got. We've got a couple of people live right now. Got Mario Kart, Animal Crossing. Minecraft. Always like to raid from Animal Crossing to Animal Crossing if I can. So this is my... No. I'm gonna raid the person that I know. Because I like to check, like, if you want to DM me like the channel that you've got an idea for to raid, like I'll check them out and we can probably raid them in the future, but I like to like know the channel before I raid them, if you get me. Yeah, oh no, that's fine because that's exactly where we were going anyway. So thank you everybody for stopping by today. Thank you for the 10 likes on the stream. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you for joining me. Like if you liked, subscribe if you haven't already. We are gonna do a raid. Check out the links in the description. If you're 13 years or older, please feel free to join the Discord. I've got my art portfolio down there now as well, and I've got the Twitch channel where I occasionally do some art streams over there. So we are going to do #SasmatazRaid, and let's drop a link for Nerf Mitts. And I will see you guys all next time. Bye bye.